56. Lucky 56.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's the now 30-year-old running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. Jones breaking from the contact. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. This give is to McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end Clay, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins, and incomplete to open things up. Micah Hyde, 2nd-team All-Pro a season ago there on the coverage.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 23 yards on the play. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Off the play fake. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 39 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to float this over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38. They come up in an offset eye. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 14-0. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Charles, I think sometimes maybe we take LaShawn McCoy for granted. Been in the league since 2009. He's played 12 or more games every season as a running back. 30 years old this year. What do you see for his future?
I still see a very bright future for him, and you're exactly right. We do kind of take him for granted. Remember, he was with Philadelphia. Then he goes to Buffalo. Buffalo goes through the playoff drought before last season. And the Eagles, they win a Super Bowl without him. So, yeah, we forget just how special he is. But I do think with his running style, he's got many more seasons left.
Throwing now is Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sheldon Richardson continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. It's caught. Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. Finding room inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Allen now looks to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Hauschka's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
First down. Here's Cousins. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And oh, he spins past him and into space. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, who is this guy? He's special. And he said, dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field.
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They run again on first down. Cook. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Liz, 50, here we go. Rhino, Rhino. Liz, 50, Liz, 50.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ringo. The hut.
Cook following the penalty. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Cousins. And he's going to go down here the sack. They push him back to the 34. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Throwing on first down is Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Under what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Bills' offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Allen now on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now. Allen nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down again. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Looking downfield for Jones. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Vikings' defense is going to get the football back. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The return of Cook, a big boost to this Viking offense. Here's 1st and 10.
Wide. To Hunt. Ready.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Cousins on first down. Left side caught by Diggs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throw left side complete. That's James. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. A first down throw for Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll throw again. Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Play fake. Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's Matt Weil now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Again, it's McCoy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Allen maybe with a free play. Looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This quarterback now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Detroit!
A give to McCoy. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another 1st down with that run.
He's going to air one out. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They give him a gain of 38. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leopard! Gone!
Now this time, Allen will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Cook. Oh, a nice spin. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And the Bills getting set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Duke Riley in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And here's Allen throwing on third and long. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. 180! 300. Switch. We're going. Let's go.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Move. We're going. Let's go.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Yellow. Black. Here we go. Black. Two. We're going. Let's go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Hey, flipper. We're going. Let's go. Black.
On second down, Cousins again. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, Cousins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now McCoy. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Out of his end zone, Cousins flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
Now it's the backup Simeon. Dancing to his left. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Wait a second, that's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right, they just picked up a 1st down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun. Allen throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills get a bit closer. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. From the gun, Allen. Flush to his right. Escapes the sack. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. First down. Here's Cousins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Let's go. Gun.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to loft one deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Allen now from the gun. He'll throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Whoosh. Oh, now he bowls him over. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins, his third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. This is McCoy. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Anthony Barr in on the tackle. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The Bills on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Allen. This for his running back, McCoy. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Takes it down to the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kentrell Brothers. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Bills on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Mike 55. Hey, eat. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
Now Allen. Operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable, as they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Detroit! Hot! Down. Stand up in.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.